Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have to take a moment to talk about a cat that is in this room. You may even be able to hear her eating because she's a picky eater. I think she has sores in her mouth. This is Devil's Food Vodka, by the way. And I am drinking in this video because I'm frustrated and because I am a food blogger, and I have things like this Devil's Food Vodka and this 7-Up Shirley's Temple that I've written reviews for. Now I have them, and I must use them sometime, which gives me the opportunity to have for you a chocolate vodka Shirley Temple. For every 1,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that, so if you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Now, Nimbus. This is Nimbus. She is one of my oldest cats. And she appears to have a nervous condition that gives her sores in her mouth and makes her a picky eater. This also leads her to get on my desk because the other cats tend to bully her, so I go into the, I feed all of my other cats, I go into the workroom, and I set out food for Nimbus and her sister Nim. And I wait till they eat their fill, which for Nimbus is never a lot. And then I open the door and the other cats come rushing in to eat what's left over. Nimbus requires particular food because, of course, she is nervous, so she has a delicate stomach, and her sister just likes to eat with her, so the two cats eat together. This may require a double. But you know, cats are messy eaters. And I mean, I had to put a litter box on my desk because she was peeing behind my computer. And you know, it's like I have to pull the whole thing up with this huge console, 3 computers, a printer, the modem, and everything apart to get to the pee, clean it up. So it's a real big pain. So I put a litter box on my desk just to get her to stop. But you know, she has this mental condition where she keeps swapping places while she's eating. Like, you know, like she thinks something's going to pounce on her, which is probably a aspect of the other cats bullying her. So that's that. So I've gone through great lengths to try and make sure that my Nimbus is properly taken care of. Yep, this is a double. My shot glass. Make sure I get this right. Just so you know, this particular vodka, despite being distilled 6 times, is not a shooting vodka, okay? If you have any kind of a cut in your mouth, it will sting like hell. I'm told it provides a pretty heavy hangover. I only drink when I'm making videos. And, you know, there is a limit to how many videos I am supposed to make. So that means, you know, alright, yeah, you can't drink anymore. I also have a rule of 4 hours from bottle to throttle. Meaning that I have to stop drinking 4 hours before I drive anywhere, unless it's an emergency. I mean, it's like if somebody knocked on my door and said, "Hey, gotta get you to the hospital." Okay, I might drive. 2 drinks, I'm a big dude. But I'm a Jew, and being raised Jewish, my mother never drank. And the reason is that as a Jew, we are actually prohibited from becoming inebriated, which means we're not allowed to get drunk. Now, most Jews don't follow this, but, you know, it's one of those things that I never drink so much that I'm drunk. I might get a little buzzed, but, you know, it's like I have a very strict limit. I'm just really frustrated right now, and the alcohol is not hitting me at all. Anyway, so what my Nimbus generally does is she eats the gravy off of the top of the cat food, and she prefers it out of the can, but she eats gravy. So I just cooked something with gravy. It was on sale, and I fed a lot of it to the other cats, and it was just like, okay, you know, here's this thing. One moment. Sweetheart. Here you go. Come here, baby. So I made this Salisbury steak thing in the oven. It was a big, and I mean, it was like, it's cheaper than cat food. So I ate a Salisbury steak, and I gave Salisbury steak to my cats, and I put some gravy in one of these things for Nimbus. And I put it on my printer because she's eating on my desk, and that's one of the wider spaces, and I'm going, okay, hopefully she'll eat that. And she was looking at it. Then I went and I did something else. And I came back to find this container with gravy in it, like this, on top of my printer. So naturally I had to clean that up. This made me very angry. And I can't get angry at Nimbus. It's not her fault. She's a dumb animal. So one of the things I did was I scraped the gravy into this container, which is a dish for cats. You can tell it is a food dish because it has this lip here. See the lip? Prevents it from getting knocked over. If I had done that in the first place, the gravy may not have wound up on my printer, but rather may have wound up on my floor. Which, I mean, I guess the floor is harder to clean, but harder to damage. So why am I making this video about it? Because in discussing it with you, I am forced to cool down. And once again, I can't be angry at my cat. She didn't do this to bother me. She did it because she's having problems of her own. And I just, I need to find a way. So I brought her in here because this room is completely sealed and there are no other cats. And when I'm in here, this is normally a cat-free zone. So this is a place where she can feel comfortable and eat. So I've opened 3 cans of cat. Now she's eating the gravy. Ugh. I've opened 3 cans of cat food for her. And I am just at my wit's end with this animal. But Cat is often like your child. You don't give up on them. And if your child does something like set the couch on fire, the thing to do is to be upset with what happened, not with the child. This is referred to as objective psychology, as in we assume things as objects. I am an object and I can laugh at my own misfortune. That is objective psychology. I don't see it as a personal affront. Now, of course, again, the cat didn't do anything to hurt me. She did something and it hurt me. I could tell you I really need to tear that whole desk apart and clean every surface. I know there's some dried cat poo there waiting for me. This is the world I live in, and it's unpleasant. Let's go for broke. This is the most alcohol I've had in years. Man, these things are tiny. This is a Claffey's Frozen Cocktail Purple Party. I'm starting to feel the alcohol finally. I mean, it takes 2 shots of vodka, I guess, to make me feel it. But I don't even think there's a shot in there. That's 6% alcohol, and what is that? I mean, this is a 12-ounce glass. That's got to be like 4 ounces? Do I still have a measuring cup in here? I guess I don't. Anyway. You know, life is very frustrating. And, I mean, my life has always been very frustrating. People do things intentionally to hurt me all the time. I can't get mad at my cats. So that's the world. I mean, that's just me trying to navigate this hell of a situation. I'm fostering too many animals. I'm doing too little to get them adopted. I love cats. I love waking up with a furball, you know? This does not take the cold well. And it's nowhere near as good as 7-Up. Well, it's supposed to be half frozen anyway. But regardless, one thing to remember in life is that getting angry doesn't help anything. Okay? It just gives you some buildup of energy that would normally be used to address the situation. I mean, look, when we were cavemen, if we came and we found an animal eating our food supply, the thing to do would be to kill that animal and eat it. Likewise, if another tribe came to steal our women and food, the thing to do would be to kill those people and maybe eat them too. No reason to let good meat go to waste. That was a joke, by the way. I mean, there are people that say they get honest when they're drunk. They're liars. They're saying what they're thinking, but, they're just shutting off the part of their brain that does the higher thinking. That's what alcohol does. It shuts off part of your brain. It suppresses long-term memory. And that's one of the reasons why we use it in situations of frustration. I mean, I have what's called an SSRI, a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. This is a medication to deal with my depression. It just so happens that SSRIs compete with alcohol for receptor sites in your brain. This is why some people drink. Because they need an SSRI, a medication, to make the pain go away, but they don't have one. This is one of the reasons why we refer to drug addiction as self-medication. Now, some people have accused me of using these videos as an excuse to be an alcoholic. To that I must say, okay, so why do I have massive amounts of alcohol sitting around my house? Oh, you're going to poop, aren't you, Nimbus? Oh, you're going to poop. Maybe I should take you into the other room. Okay, so I guess I'm wrapping this video up. I'm Richard. Hey, Astro, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Yeah, Nance, I heard the food was good, but it had no atmosphere. Now that was a corny joke, but you know what isn't a joke? A clean environment. And this channel will buy one of these bracelets I'm holding from 4Ocean for every 1,000 subscribers it gets. So you should comment, like, and subscribe. Support us so we can support a better world.